What's up, everybody? Time for an OG team on this channel. If you are new to this channel, we love talking NFL. We love talking about the teams that the national media simply doesn't talk about that much. All right, Houston Texans, you're one of them. We've said it before. You will never see us do a Cowboys video on this channel. Get them out of here, all right? And that's what the Saints said, too. They said, get them out of here, all right? But we love talking Texans. We've been talking about them for over a year now because, quite frankly, we see a lot of potential with this team, and we saw it even last year. C.J. Stroud ended up being the truth, so let's get talking about the Texans. We are Lions fans. We don't hide it. You see the Hutch stuff. I got a Barry Sanders signed football picture, all that kind of stuff, all right? But we love football. And Texans, let's go, all right? They're in the AFC. Let's talk about it, all right? Here's what I love. I want to talk about this game and why it was even better than you think. All right, and in a day that, second quarter looked good. Quite frankly, the offense was able to move the ball throughout the first half, but the offense bogged down in the second half. And we've now seen this Texans team win a game in two totally different ways. In week one, you see them win because they, quite frankly, have a better offense, and they outscored the Colts, all right, if you will. Not perfectly, but they outscored the Colts, if you want to say it that way. In week two, they went up against a very good Bears defense. This is a Bears defense that would surprise a lot of people. And it's a defense that ever since they have added Sweat on the defensive line, this is a defense that has been a top 5 defense in the NFL. For the back half of last year and now for the first 2 weeks this year, it's really, really good. In fact, so good that they only allowed 3 points to the Texans in the second half. But guess what? The Texans only allowed 3 points for the Bears. So let's talk about a couple of the people that are breaking out on this team. Two of them, or two of the big breakout things, are going to be on the defensive side of the ball. And then I got to talk about somebody on the offensive side of the ball, and I'm going to give you a hint. All right, you see that jersey down there? Yeah, we're going to talk about him. And we're going to talk about who I really think he is and what I think he's starting to look like. And some of the names that I'm going to say are going to make you be like, say who now? All right, so anyways, the first person that I thought was absolutely fantastic in this game, all right, was Kamari Lasser. All right, you heard me talk earlier about a game that turned into a great defensive battle in the second half. If you see up here, like I said, it only a total of 6 points. In that game, Kamari Lasser absolutely balled out and had tremendous ball skills, and this is where I'm going to eat some crow. I got to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm a Lions fan. We were in the market for a cornerback. All right, we had a late first-round pick. And I was like, people at first were talking about Kamari Lasser. I saw his testing numbers, and I was not overly impressed, even with his film. I didn't think he'd be a good cover guy. I thought he'd be one of those guys that, he's going to play hard. He's going to be a good tackler and all that kind of stuff. I did not see this coming. And then he gets into OTAs. The coaches are speaking very highly of him. He gets into training camp, and the coaches are like, dude's still balling out. He gets a starting job, right? And now he, in the regular season, is playing fantastic football. All right, in this one, he racked up a pick, which we know. He got a pass defended. He also had another interception that was called back by a penalty. All right, I think we all hoped, all the Texans fans wanted Kamari Lasser to be a big-time player. They wanted somebody to play opposite of Derek Stingley, and now Kamari Lasser is like, you know what? I'm actually going to be a really good corner in my own right, and now this defense is starting to look scary. Why are they starting to look scary? Because of the defensive line. They have tremendous defensive line play. We understand how good their pass rush is. All right, Will Anderson was all over the place. He was all over the place. And then they went out and they signed Danielle Hunter, which we already know. And now both Anderson and Hunter have combined for 3 sacks and 4 hits on the quarterback. That's pretty good. All right, that's not bad. Both of them combining for 3 sacks out of the team's 7 sacks. Should I do 7 like this? Is this right? All right. I don't know. I did that wrong. All right. 7 sacks on the night. And everybody's talking about how bad the Bears offensive line is. or offensive line, the Bears' offensive line is bad after this game. Maybe the Texans' defensive line is simply that good. Can we have that conversation as well? And now there's somebody else that I need to talk about. I need to move it to the offensive side of the ball. By the way, To'o, great job filling in. Just phenomenal play. He is fast. He is quick to the ball. But let me move to the offensive side of the ball. Nico Collins. All right, the dude is a monster. The Texans signed him to a 3-year, what was it, like $72-ish million? I believe it was 3 years, $72 million. So you get him for $24 million a year when the best wide receivers in the league are signing between 26, 27, 28, 30, 35 for Jets, for Justin Jefferson. And Collins finished with the number 3 overall PFF grade last year. He was a beast, and he has gone out in the first 2 games and gotten 14 catches for 252 yards. He is by far and away the best receiver on this team. That includes Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell, and he has shown when he gets the ball, he is an absolute beast. All right? He is DK Metcalf, but he can run a route. Right? He is he is DK Metcalf, but he is a better route runner. He looks like a tight end with body size, but he moves like a wide receiver. Here's a comparison I'm going to make, and it's probably going to surprise quite a few people. When I see Nico Collins, I'm not saying he is this guy, because he's not. All right? I'm going to just be real with you. When I see Nico Collins play football, when I see the size, when I see the strength, when I see the ability to make contested catches, when I see him breaking away from defenders, when I see the route running, when I see the power, it gives me shades of Kelvin Johnson. It does. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Lions guy. I just like watching football. I'm just trying to figure out, like, who is he? Because he gives me shades of 3 players that are either retired or currently in the NFL. Originally, I thought this guy was going to come into the league and he was going to be pretty good, right? He was going to be pretty good. He was going to be an outside wide receiver, maybe like a Mike Williams type or something similar to that. And then, I'm actually going to give you 4 names. Then when he started playing good, I was like, actually, you know what? He reminds me a little more of Mike Evans. He reminds me a little bit more of Mike Evans. And then as he continued to develop and get bigger and his body got bigger, he also gave me a little DK Metcalf vibes. So he sits here and I think, all right, he's going to be a good number 2. Then he starts playing even better, and I'm like, all right, actually, you know what? He's Mike Evans. He's just going to be this guy that every year he's going to give you 70-some catches, 1,000-some yards, and pressure for double-digit totals in touchdowns. That's what I thought he was going to be. And now he has come out this year while having a phenomenal receiving core next to him, and he is flat showing, nope, I'm elite. And when you put Diggs next to me, and you put Tank Dell next to me, and people can't just bracket coverage me, they can't put one over the top, they can't double team me, I am going to absolutely feast. And it is insane. And this is an offense that once they figure out how all these pieces work together, because this is just game 2, I am telling you, we're going to see something like we have not seen. If they can stay healthy, we're going to see something like we have not seen in a long time. When you have C.J. Stroud pulling the strings and you have that much talent in the wide receiver room, this is an offense that could be absolutely elite. But here's the beautiful thing. They've won a game by playing good offense. They've won a game by playing good defense. Now just imagine when they start playing games where they're playing good defense and offense. Wow, this team has the ability to be special, and that's why this was even better than you thought. All right, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.